Breaking news. PDP quakes over zoning as WIKE stands his feet and says no more. We can't be cheated. Hello, my wonderful people. Yesterday we saw the governor of Sokoto State says even if PDP gives her presidential ticket to the south, they cannot win the governorship election. That has sparked up a whole lot of reaction as WIKE has said, what do you mean? What do you mean is a question because Tabowa said it is them from the north that will be able to win if they get the presidential ticket because Wike is insisting, that they must zone the presidential ticket to the south. If they don't, PDP stands a chance of losing ever coming, into limelight again. PDP cabal from the north are saying no, we want to replace Buhari. Yesterday we saw them come together and all in a bid to ensure that Peter Obi, do not come out as the presidential candidate. You see, so there's a lot of things going on currently right now. PDP is in that stage where the whole party and everybody is being careful and wondering what's the next step, what next. You see, that's where they are at the moment. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up, like us, share, subscribe. God bless you. PDP quakes over zoning. The North-South divided in the People Democratic Party, PDP, over the zoning of the 2023 presidential ticket. Presidential aspirant Aminu Tabowa, Sokoto State Governor, said yesterday that instead of talking about zoning, the party should give the ticket to the candidate that can win the election. The Southwest leader of the main opposition at a meeting hosted in Ibadan, Oyo State, the capital, Seyi Makinde, insists that the South should produce the presidential ticket and should get the presidential ticket. Leading light of the PDP in the zone attended the meeting. Their position is in synergy with that of the South governors and leaders expressed on Monday at their meeting in Uyo, the Akwa Ibom state capital. The People Democratic Party should give the ticket to the South-South zone, which is its strongest hold. Rivers State, Newsom Wike told the meeting. 13 PDP governors were meeting last night in Umuahia, Abia State capital, which is Abia State, which is the issue of zoning on the agenda. The People Democratic Party main decision-making organ, the National Caucus, the Board of Trustees (BOT), the National Executive Committee (NEC) met in Abuja but failed to agree on which zone should produce its standard bearer. It raised a 37-member body to give a report within 2 weeks on venting on which zone should be getting the presidential ticket. Tabowa, speaking at a meeting with former principal officers of the Nation and State Assembly as part of his consultation, said the party leadership and stakeholders would have to choose between zoning of his presidential ticket and winning the election. Calling for unity of purpose, he said no single zone can win the presidential election alone. He urged all clamoring for zoning to consider deharmonizing the whole demographic situation and tend towards election results. But one of the PDP founding fathers, Chief Ola George Olubade, described Tabowa's proposal as illegal, added that it puts the cart before the horse, with the agreement that the party should win the election before talking about sharing its office. Tabowa explained further that what should be paramount to the PDP was the need to adopt the best strategy to dialogue and dislodge the ruling All Progressive Congress out of office and resolve the issue of power shifting. Tabowa recalled that it was such strategic planning that enabled the PDP to win the presidential election in 2015. The governor observed that part of the APC strategy at the time was to give his presidential ticket to General Muhammadu Buhari from Katsina State. He said the APC would have lost 2015 general election if it has given the ticket to someone else from the south, particularly the South-South zone. Tabowa said APC took their tickets to Katsina in 2015, where the last president of PDP, Umaru Musa Yar'Adua, died in office in 2010. That was 5 years later, out of strategic thinking, with Bola Tinubu and the rest of them. I was part of it. We said we were looking at how to move. We must get power before we shift it. That was the strategy. I deliberately took APC tickets to Katsina to give Buhari. Yes, Atiku contested, Rabiu Konsoko contested, and Roja Shokorosha contested. But you see, we knew where we were going because we were determined to win. Let me tell you, had the APC given the ticket to someone from the South, in particular, the South, we can't have you, you can't win. Go and check election results in 2007. Buhari had 11 million votes in 2003, but in 2007 he got 7 million votes against Umaru Musa Yar'Adua. They are from the same states. So this is what this is Tabowa's argument that they should give the presidential ticket to someone from the southern they should not give the presidential ticket to someone from the south because in his opinion a southern person cannot win the election. So himself and the rest of them, they've gone to have a meeting of which they've also included, they said they are going to consult Atiku so that they can have a united front to bring out a presidential candidate. And they feel very strongly that it is the North that must rule the South, that the South cannot produce a candidate that will win the election. All things being equal, why do they feel that way? Have you been to the North? It's sparsely populated. Forget about the large expanse of land. It's not filled up with people. Go and investigate. This is what they do. Buhari has ruled already for 8 years by next year, and then you still want the presidential ticket to go to that region. Does it make sense? Does it make sense? Because we can see all that is happening now. Does it make sense? Anyway, my people, they are beginning to dialogue and to, think about what next, the strategy they should employ that may potentially bring them back to office. But nobody's talking about the importance of Nigeria being restored. Leave us a comment. God bless. Bye for now.